midweek. Can you tell us what to expect today?
Yeah, it's the same today, yeah. It was a little bit of a dress rehearsal to some extent for this game. But of course, losing two of our front players has made life a bit difficult in manipulating the squad. But we do have three very good centre-backs, and our full-backs are more than capable of playing as wing-backs. So really and truly, in terms of personnel, we thought that was the best way to use our personnel without the two front players that we badly need back.
Why do you think it's going to really suit you in this fixture against this Arsenal side?
Well, no team suits you in this fixture because they're better than most of the teams they play against, and we're no exception to that rule. They've got exceptionally good players. They're a very, very good team, and whether you play as we perhaps would have played had the other players been available with a more of a 4-3-3 formation, or whether you play with a 3-5-2 or 3-5-1 formation almost, it doesn't make a lot of difference. The thing is, they're going to have a lot of the ball, they're going to cause you a lot of problems, going to ask a lot of questions, and defensively we're going to have to be very, very good to keep them at bay.
We're talking defensively there and keeping them at bay and keeping them out. How are you going to affect them on the other side of the pitch as well, given that you've lost your strikers and your creative players like Elise aren't available?
Well, it's a problem, Rio, simply because, you know, teams like this who keep the ball well, they get a lot of players forward around the ball, so when you win it back, you're immediately under enormous pressure, and they're very good at winning the ball back in, you know, your half of the field or your final third, because they get so many players around there and they're aggressive. But the one thing one always has to do, I think, against teams that do that too, is to try to turn them around. But it's always the question of that first and second pass, to try and get yourself in a position where you can lift your head and see where the pass is. It's easy to talk about. It's not rocket science to know what needs doing. The trick is having the players on the field who are capable of it.
There's a lot resting on Eze's shoulders today. How frustrating has it been that you haven't been able to play Eze and Elise more together this season, Roy? It's only been 3 times.
Yeah, it's been frustrating. The problem recently with Eberechi is only, I would think, in the last week, if that I think he's got back to some sort of real fitness. He came back early. The ankle injury was a strange one. It was one that affected him but didn't necessarily stop him completely from going out to play, and he wanted to play. But he wasn't really, I don't think, at his full fitness level. I thought on Wednesday night we made up our mind we'd only play it for 60 minutes, and I thought that went quite well. So I'm hoping now we've got over the worst with him, and there's a question when can we get Michael Elise back, because he's such an important attacking force for us.
Roy, you would have seen recently that a lot of teams are getting a lot of joy sort of doubling up here on Arsenal in wide positions. So you're going to ask your wing-backs to do that today. Why have you gone with wing-backs in that situation? Because normally you're a sort of 4-4-2 man.
Well, we are 4-4-2, but to get our best players on the field recently, we've been playing Chris Richards, who's a centre-back, in the middle of the field. We think, really, with Chris Richards' mobility and Mark Gay's mobility, we can play 3 centre-backs. I think the problem with 3 centre-backs is that they've got to be mobile. You can't play with 3 out-and-out number 5s. You need people who are prepared to go out towards the wings. So we're going to have to cover the area behind their very talented attacking wide players with the centre-backs, and we have to double up with our midfield players, with our wider midfield players. So it's going to be a big ask for them today. But doubling up on Saka, and we thought it was going to be Martinelli, but I see it's Trossard. Doubling up on them is going to be a vital aspect of the game, not just for us, I think, but probably for the teams that play Arsenal going forward.
For sure.
Roy, given what you've achieved in the game, what you've won, managing countries, etc., how are you not on a beach right now? With a pina colada in one hand, a cigar in the other, the weather like this freezing. What are you doing here?
You love it, don't you? You love it. You have to love it.
Not where Rio would rather be today.
Oh, I'll be on the beach.
I think I love it more at certain times. You know, I think when we've gone through the trials and tribulations we've had to do these last few months, I've got to say, coming back last year for those 10 games, I love that. That was the self-playing piano. So the self-playing piano's cracked up, and now we've had to really work very hard to get any tune out of it at all. So I still am looking forward to the last part of the season where I think we'll be a stronger team. But I also understand your question, and I would be dishonest if I didn't say I didn't ask myself it sometimes.
Roy, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
For joining
Keep going,
us.
Roy. Keep going.
Lovely to see you. Good luck.
Thank you very much. I think you had such a great